is the this is the
Welcome back to the Harlem Globetrotters Appreciation Podcast,
welcome back to the
episode
Harlem Shake
57.
podcast. Welcome to episode 57 of the Harlem Shake podcast, where we talk about our favorite Harlem Shakes and how the Harlem Shake still continues to shape our world today.
Along with our favorite Harlem Globetrotters, as in Wilt Chamberlain and nobody else ever, period. Yes, my favorite basketball team.
Later on, we'll be interviewing the Harlem Globetrotters basketball stunt team, whatever they're called. The Harlem Globetrotters SEAL Team 6 will be on the show, and we will be interviewing them about what the impact of the Harlem Shake has done for them as an organization, as a team, and as athletes.
Did you know?
That's what we're doing.
Did you know, as of our last podcast, the Harlem Globetrotters have at least tried to apply to be a real team in the NBA? Well, the issue is all the people that play on that team are just like actors. So they would just get their shit rocked every time.
Dude, I was about to ask, do you think the Harlem Globetrotters would do good?
It's literally just like 30 Ryan Goslings getting their shit kicked in every single day.
It would be sad if they became a real team and they just got their asses kicked constantly.
Well, they're the most prolific.
My worst enemy.
They're the most prolific non-NBA basketball team. They have 75 championships.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were they the only one in the championship?
I think there's a secondary team. I forgot what the name was, but there is a secondary team that they do a championship against every year. The Astoria Globetrotters. It's them. Yeah, I just randomly searched up Harlem Globetrotters today, and then I see, oh yeah, Wilt Chamberlain for like a year. He wasted a year of his life being on the Harlem Globetrotters.
Wow.
Right.
You seem to really hate these guys. You seem to really hate the Harlem Globetrotters.
Well, the Harlem Globetrotters are the most entertaining basketball team ever, right?
Okay.
But they have no athletic talent.
Is this true?
It's a
I don't have
it's a sports
like,
team that's not good at sports.
I don't have like we don't have a third mic so I can like verify. Be like, dude, are these guys like? Because genuinely, I don't know. You could be 100% right, but at the same time, they play basketball, so they have to have some athletic prowess. Is what the logical part of me is thinking. But at the same time, like I said, it's like, well, maybe, right? I don't know. I haven't thought about the Harlem Globetrotters in like 3 years before now.
This is a scathing review of the Harlem Globetrotters, which began as a Harlem Globetrotters podcast. We have officially flipped the script. We have officially remembered it, so you don't have to.
Hello, nostalgia critic. I remember it, so you don't have to. Today, we're going to be talking about why the Harlem Globetrotters are subhuman filth.
He would make a video like that too.
Yeah.
And it would be a beige wall video too, and everybody would go, "Oh shit, this is awesome! Let's go!"
When I was thinking of that bit in my head, visualizing it, I was like, "Yeah, beige background."
Dude, beige wall versus light blue / baby blue wall is such a controversial debate when it comes to Nostalgia Critic, I think.
Dude, I'm beige wall all the way.
Beige wall is OG Nostalgia Critic videos before he took the break and technically killed his character in a lore movie.
He did the Stephen King's It with the beige wall.
Yeah,
It's like
dude.
one of my favorite nostalgia critic videos.
Dude, he did a back credit card with the beige wall. Let's fucking go.
Holy fuck.
I I think it'd be really funny if Nostalgia Critic did a stand-up routine, because he would
Yeah.
just complain about whatever movie he just watched, and it could be something from like 80 years ago, and he would still be very goofy about it.
I feel like it would be a very Tom Myers-esque
Hmm.
comedy
Hmm.
show. Do you know who Tom Myers is?
I know who. I believe it's Tom Robinson is. Is that
No,
close?
that's not.
Okay.
That Tom Robinson is the nostalgia critic. Who called me?
What?
Somebody from Albany, New York, is trying to get a hold of me. Apparently,
Ah.
probably a you know. Hello, are you Michael? My name is Joe,
Yeah.
and
I.
how are you doing today? And I always tell them I'm always like. I always make up some shit like actually last week I lost my leg in a work related accident, so I'm not doing very
Hmm.
well, and they're always like, "Oh, I am very sorry to hear that." And some of them actually like legitimately will ask me. They're
Hmm.
like, "Oh, are you okay?" like
This reminded
like
me of yesterday. Not
yeah.
just one, but two different callers from the same area for the same job called me. And they
Oh,
both
shit.
sounded like the stereotypical telemarketer, you know, you know what I mean, like
Hello,
exactly what he's doing.
do you want
Exactly
to
what
buy
he's doing.
a magazine from me? Do you want to buy my magazine? It is called Jahar Monthly. I post my cool outfits in the magazine and
Okay.
I show off
Okay.
cool food that I cook in my apartment.
So 7:58 in the morning, this lady calls me, and I do not pick it up because I am literally not even looking at my phone at that moment. I call her back, and she's like, "Hello, so we saw your awesome resume, and we wanted to let you know about this certain position that's available." I'm doing like 8 different accents. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's like Chinese Indian. That's like what the Chinese and the Indians who fight each other in Kashmir. That's how they talk after a deployment up there.
But she's like, "So do you want to know detail?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to know detail. You can email me." And she's like, "Is the exact email I have the right one?" And I was like, "Yes." So then she's like, "Okay, I will send information." And then she turns off the phone, like just hangs up on me.
Doesn't even say bye.
No, just boop. And
Wow.
then I get an email. And then 20 minutes later, 20 minutes after I call this lady, it's a guy. And he's going, "Hello, how are you? I saw that we have this position, and I saw that you have this resume." And I was like, "Okay, send me the details." And then he hangs up the same way. And I'm like, "What is happening?" Um, that email was the same exact paste for paste email the lady sent. And I was like, "Am I getting joked on right now? Am I getting dunked on by some random Indian, like generically, stereotypically Indian people right now?" So I go through and I block that guy's email. And then and then I get a phone call back from the guy, not
Oh
knowing
my
that I
god.
blocked his email. And he's going, "Oh yeah, we just need more information. Did you go here?" And I was like, "Yes." "Did you do this?" "Yes." "When you were working here, what was your responsibility? You don't have it on your resume. Why don't you have it on your resume?" It is there. It is like the first 4 words of every single thing I put in my resume. And they just go right by it and say I have no responsibility. I'm like, "What?"
You
So
couldn't read.
so they hang up on me and haven't heard from that guy since. 2 hours go by. the lady comes back to the phone and calls me, and she says, "Oh yeah, responsibility not listed. Why no responsibility? Where responsibility?" It's literally, if I put down managed blank blank and blank, they would have understood it. But since I said like produced, edited, and wrote my own shit, they just completely scanned pie. I was just like, what the fuck? And then she goes through the responsibilities of the job, and then she gets down to 3D modeling. And I was like, that doesn't fit any of the shit that is listed for the rest of this job. So I can't literally do that. And she is like, "Oh, that's okay. But when we go through these, it would be better if you adjusted everything to accommodate what you're applying to." I didn't apply to this. You said I fit this. And then I blocked her number.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do there?
That is funny. You kind of dunked on both of them by blocking their like numbers in their email.
I know.
Like, just block.
Like, it's just so strange because that Thursday, I will dox what day it was. I don't really give a damn. It would essentially be the day before this recording. The same time, there was like weird mail stuff going on where at like 8:50 in the morning, some random dude knocked on our front door and then disappeared. Just disappeared off the face of the earth. He had a skinwalker moment. He got a skinwalker moment and he just disappeared into the trees. I swear.
Bro, you got ding dong ditched on.
I know. There was no dookie on the front yard though. There was no dookie in front of me.
Dude, they didn't even hit you with the dog poop prank?
No.
The burning dog poop prank? What the fuck, dude?
It's so bullshit.
The delinquents in your neighborhood fucking suck. These kids in your neighborhood are pussies.
And then after all these phone calls and shit, I get another fucking door knock.
Did you get ding dong ditched again?
Yeah. What the fuck? So yesterday was just pranks on pranks on pranks towards me. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make some very shit music and chill for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
7 at night, I get another phone call. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? A third guy. "Hey, so we saw this resume. Can we fill you in on this position? It is called," the exact same name. "Would you want to do it again? Would you want to go through the process again? Yo, you have to adjust responsibility." Same thing again.
I would have blown up. I would have been like, I've had enough of India today. I've had enough India for a 24-hour period. And I would have blown up.
And I just took a deep breath, and I was like, I'll adjust it later. Have not gotten a call back.
Wow.
I don't get it, man. Like, the rest of this week has been really fucking nice. And then yesterday, I'm just getting my shit rocked by a bunch of random fucking people, man. I don't understand.
You're getting destroyed by Indians, dude. That's like, that's a very low point for a man, I feel like.
It's outrageous, man. Almost as outrageous as this fucking Super Bowl that just came by. I'll admit that.
Shit. I didn't even watch that fucking shit.
You know, our stigmatism, that's not even the right word, but I'm going to use it.
Excuse me.
Our stigma of not watching the fucking Super Bowl made it so that the Chiefs lost.
Yeah.
It worked out. It worked out. Our superstitions, our stigmas worked out in our favor for not watching the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I was happy the Chiefs lost. I really didn't care that the Eagles won. I didn't care about Kendrick Lamar.
I went down for Kendrick, but that was it.
I don't like advertising in any way, so the commercials really aren't like a big thing for me. Like, it's just like an interruption to what I'm watching. Yeah, no, I just did not care by any metric. Like, oh my God, Taylor Swift and Donald Trump are gonna be there. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I did instead?
Yeah.
I got high as fuck. I got insanely high, and I fucking watched videos on my phone. That's what I did on fucking Super Bowl Sunday night.
I honestly pretty much the same shit. For me, I went, hey, I'm just gonna chill in my room and wait until halftime. And my dad was like, oh, come on, but it's gonna be a good game, come on. And I was like, yeah, but I have a vibe that if I show up, the Chiefs are gonna roll over the Eagles and I'm gonna get pissed off.
Yeah.
Because that happened last year. That happened last year. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for the 49ers. They're such a good team, and they fucking lost. So I was like, I'm just going to stay in my room and chill, and maybe around halftime I'll come down to watch his Kendrick perform. He did a lot of classics from To Pimp a Butterfly.
Did he do Keeping It G ain't nothing? Hey, you ain't gotta like it cause the hood gon' love it.
I heard that was the one song they had to cut.
What?
Yeah.
Dog, it's in GTA 5,
I know.
Fuck, that sucks. I love that song.
But he had a lot of his classics. He had Humble in there. He had Not Like Us in there to end the show. And he had SZA on there, which was funny because Drake notably mentioned SZA in a song, saying that she did more for the rap industry and hip-hop industry than Kendrick did.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more or less another slap to Drake by having SZA on stage with him singing a song. But, yeah. Then I went back upstairs, and I waited until there was literally 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter to go down. Just to be sure. Just to be sure. I had to stay up that long. Just to make sure.
Didn't the Eagles absolutely wax Kansas City?
If you mean a impressive lead to almost a blowout going into the fourth quarter, then yeah. The game ended 40-22, but the last 16 points that Kansas City got were all garbage time touchdowns and shit. So technically it was 40-6. Just saying.
Yeah, that's very brutal for Kansas City.
And it made me so fucking happy.
Travis Kelce got his ass whooped in front of his girlfriend.
I
That's
know.
really funny.
It made me so
9-foot tall, skinwalker built girlfriend.
It made me so fucking happy that the Chiefs lost, because every single week for the past 4 seasons, everybody's going, oh, but nothing beats the Chiefs. But nothing beats the Chiefs. What about a Philly dick in your face? Come on, man. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I need to get my Philly accent together, and I can be like a guy who just really likes to... Do they talk like this, or are they like, yeah, I really like the fucking Eagles? Is that how they talk?
Think about EDP without the pedophilia. You could work around that, I think.
I might be able to work with that. I don't know. I don't know much about Philadelphia except that I think George Washington was there one time. And it's in Pennsylvania. That's the only 2 Philadelphia facts I have.
I just made a very dumb observation.
Yeah.
In the past 4 years, EDP has 0 cupcake, but 1 Super Bowl ring.
That's insane. Do you think EDP was watching the Super Bowl?
He definitely was. He was going, yeah, Eagles, yeah. Let me text somebody. Yeah, let's go. Text. One of those kind of things, you know. But
the video where EDP was watching the draft, the Eagles draft picks.
Yeah.
And he's just screaming at the TV, and he's seething so hard that he's shaking. And he gets out a gun. He gets out a real shotgun, and like pumps that shit. I think he loads it on camera too, and he's like threatening to kill like the Eagles or something. Like he's like ambiguously threatening violence, but that is easily my favorite Eat That Pussy 445 video is the one where he's just like going manic and like threatening gun violence over Eagles draft picks.
I think I mentioned this like every 3 weeks or something now. But there's this video of this guy who's a Knicks fan, and they just drafted Kristaps Porzingis. And he goes, "Who the hell is Tingus Pingus? Who the hell is even that? What the fuck? I hate this team." And he throws his shit around. It's still a good bit.
That's a good video.
But yeah, very good Super Bowl. Very good halftime show from what I could tell. It's funny to say it was a good Super Bowl when I've only watched about 10% of it. But from what I've seen, it was a really good Super Bowl.
Yeah, the people I've talked to who actually watched the game were basically like, yeah, it was a pretty good game overall.
It was also good to see the press footage literally like 2 minutes before this game started. And it was somebody filming in the crowd when they got a shot of Taylor Swift on the Jumbotron. And all you hear is, "Boo! Fuck you! Kill yourself! Boo! Boo!" Just like the most outrageously negative reply to seeing that lady. And then Taylor Swift goes, "What the fuck?" while she hears all the boos.
Dude, because the Super Bowl is for the boys.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand that the Super Bowl is 100% for the boys. You can bring your woman along, like she's welcome, but she needs to know that the Super Bowl is a fucking boys zone, right?
It's also,
we don't want lame ass like, "Hey, I'm Taylor Swift." We don't want that shit around. We want to watch the gridiron be lit the fuck up on Super Bowl Sunday.
While halftime was cutting through, like right before it, there was an ad for women playing the same exact kind of football.
Boo, boo,
well, I thought it
women,
was
boo.
fine. I thought it was a progressive kind of thing, but it wasn't to the point of being like in your face. It has to be this way kind of messaging. It was like, it's a possibility, which I think is okay.
Girl football? Ugh, that's so gay, bro.
Women with six-pack abs tackling other women with six-pack abs. Ugh, so gross.
Dude, come on, they're wearing regular football clothes. They don't even look sexy.
They're wearing protective gear so they have a proper brain when they're 36. No. So gross.
She's wearing shoulder pads. Oh, that's ugly. Ew.
Yeah, I saw that ad and I was like,
bro.
I saw that ad and I was perfectly fine with it. My dad was fine with it even. And I was like, oh yeah, why the fuck is Mr. Donald J. Trump president of the United States currently at the fucking Super Bowl?
Dude, what did I tell you? The Super Bowl is for the boys. It's the boys club at the Super Bowl.
Well, the issue is
Trump is like, he's up there as one of the top boys
ever. Hell yeah. But my dad was like, maybe he's talking to Goodell to try to make it international, which would be like all the way to like Europe. And I was like, Jesus, football. Chinese football, dude. 5'2" Chinese man tackling a 6'9" American. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, Chinese football. What kind of Chinese names can the Washington Yellowskins?
Oh, it would automatically get changed. It would have to be like the what's a area in China? The Beijing Golden Tigers or something like that.
How about the LA Lambs.
They
um,
have the Hong Kong with a dash through it. Um, golden
what else?
dragons. They're all golden whatever animal they can think of. The golden artichoke. That's just a food. Never mind.
The Cleveland Yellows.
You can't be saying that.
Oh, how about the Cincinnati Crouching Tigers
Ooh.
instead of the Cincinnati Bengals?
Ooh.
Um,
That one actually would be kind of cool to have a extra word for.
hmm Yeah, we need more like two-word football team names. Like, what if it
Yeah.
was the Dallas Kicking Cowboys?
What if it's the Dallas fucking and they censor the effing part?
Yeah, dude. What if it was
Cowboys.
Dallas fucking Cowboys?
That would be sick.
Yeah, that would be so fucking awesome.
They would call
I would
they would call Cleveland the Cleveland Stinky Browns. Just some obvious poop joke.
the Cleveland motherfucking Browns.
Ooh, MFing.
Yeah,
Ooh.
dude. Dude, they need to start putting cuss words in NFL team names. That would be awesome.
Instead of the Patriots, right? They're called the Bostonian Patriots.
They're called.
They just
they're
cut out
called
New
the-
England.
They're called the. Would be a good one for the Patriots. That's funny. I can make a cool one, but I'm not trying to do that.
Legacy. No.
The
I got one for for the Buccaneers.
the smallpox infected Patriots.
I got the Tampa Bay wet-legged Buccaneers.
Yeah, they get like shitty names if they suck during the
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
And, like, the
it
guys who are winning
changes.
yeah, so you have like the Philadelphia goddamn Eagles,
And then you got
have,
the
like,
Philadelphia fucking shitty Eagles.
yeah, they get that when they start doing bad. And then you have like the badass Kansas City Chiefs. And then when they suck, they're like the gay ass Kansas City Chiefs.
The Swift fans Chiefs or something like that. And if they're
they're
middle of
just
the pack,
nicknamed
they
to
don't
the-
have a nickname. They just don't have a nickname.
They're just renamed to girl teams Taylor Swift when they start doing bad.
Hell
Forever.
yeah, dude.
Like say the world lasts another 200 years and they're still doing football and like they're still known as that.
Yeah.
All because of Taylor Swift and the year of our Lord 2024 or 2025 actually.
Yeah. When you get stuck in the past, you can never get out. Ooh.
Yeah. What other Chinese football teams can we come up with?
Well, I believe there was a name for a basketball team, which was the Guangdong Tigers.
How about the Miami Curing Dolphins?
Ooh.
Don't they do that over there? Yeah, they kill
Probably.
dolphins all the time.
Maybe.
Or maybe that's the Japanese. I think it's the Japanese that do that, but I don't know. We can expand our borders to different Asian countries, I suppose.
You got the You got the Los Angeles sleeping tiger with one tiger.
How about the Oakland Boxers? Because of like the Boxer Rebellion. That one takes a little thought, but I think that works.
Well, I was
they're not
gonna.
Oakland, they're Las Vegas now. Las Vegas Boxers.
We instead of saying the full name, even though I think we said it before on the pod, we could call one team the T Squares.
T Squares. How's that Chinese?
I think it was a Chinese situation.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It took you a second. Yeah, we could just replace the Seahawks with the Seattle T Squares and see what happens there.
Yeah. What about What about the
don't talk about Taiwan team?
What about the?
Isn't that an issue still?
How do I want to word
right?
this one?
The Taiwan thing?
Huh?
Aren't they still all pissy about Taiwan?
Yeah, they still want to kill all those motherfuckers. Fuck. How about the Tampa Bay Wuhan virus lab? How about that one? That's a pretty good Chinese.
Could just call it the Wuhan lab.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be really nice if they made a new
Baltimore Ravens, I guess.
Well, guess what's coming out today?
What's coming out today? You out of the closet?
No, my closet's open already. Anyway,
okay.
Captain America 4 is coming out today, featuring the Falcon as Captain America and a new guy as the Falcon.
Are they resurrecting Chadwick Boseman?
No.
With satanic black magic?
They might for another Avengers movie in about a year.
Cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hope they do that.
But
resurrect him, and he's still all rotted.
Harrison Ford's old brittle body is going to be in this movie.
He's going to be Captain America, dude.
He's going to be the Red Hulk. And he's going to go...
just going to graft his face onto like a CGI thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But every time that I describe him, I just go, oh, I just need another paycheck. That's all I fucking need is another fucking paycheck. Nothing more.
Yeah.
I hate my life. This hot air balloon incident makes me need more money. That's all the voice is that I can give Harrison Ford. But in my brain, that's how he sounds. It's like a gruff, angry old man at all times. Even when he was like 30 and he was doing Indiana Jones, I still think he sounds like that.
Yeah, fucking Harrison Ford perpetually has looked 45.
I just know he was like, God damn it, I thought I was done with Disney movies. God damn it. And now he's on, what, his 10th, 12th, 36th? Brother just keeps getting on those.
Do you think Harrison Ford just wants to die already?
Don't say that too loud. He might do it.
Dog, I'm going to be so fucking pissed if we have one of those moments where we say some shit like that and we turn off the podcast and we look at the news and it fucking happened.
Yeah, that's why I say don't say that shit. He might disappear tomorrow. You never know.
That has happened more times, believe it or not, than I can count on two hands. Like, it's insane how much that shit fucking happens on this show.
Yeah. My wily prediction, I'm just saying a fun word, for this next week, right, is that popular influencer Logan Paul ends up on CNN. Now I don't know. I don't know for what. I don't know why, but he ends up on CNN. My guess, as a prediction for next week, is that you know how RFK is trying to narrow down food dyes?
Yeah.
He's gonna point as Prime as like a big suspect on food dyes, and bring Logan Paul to court, and say, "Hey, you gotta fucking stop pumping that thing full of Red 40 or I'm gonna take your operation down."
Yeah.
I think it might be one of those. That'd be something.
I don't know. Have you ever drank Prime before? Have you ever had one?
Makes you airheaded.
What flavor did you get?
I got the Rocket Pop.
What did you think? How did it taste, Ulterior?
Like I was slowly getting lightheaded. That was about
because
it.
I had the same one. I've drank in one Prime ever. It was the Rocket Pop Prime. And I thought it tasted like fucking shit. I don't know what these fucking Rugrats are on about. Prime tastes like fucking shit.
Well, it's supposed
At
to
least that
be.
one does.
It's supposed to be cherry, but it doesn't fucking taste like cherry.
Tastes like fucking retarded is what it tastes like.
It tastes like I've never had it, but absinthe. It tastes like absinthe, brother. I'm just using $5 words
Maybe.
today, I guess.
Yeah, I like just saying shit sometimes.
I was trying to get my dog on the pod. She's awake in this chair next to me for the video watchers.
Did you know that I learned about this recently? So like through the whole Doge organization and government, apparently the US government gave $25 million of US tax dollars to something called the Shekel Foundation.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to guess what the national origin of the shekel? Or I'm sorry, the Shekel Association is what it's called. Do you want to guess?
Czechoslovakia?
Do you want to guess?
Czechoslovakia?
Again? The Shekel Association. I think.
Israel.
How'd you guess that?
I was gonna say Jerusalem, and I was like, I think I'm stretching it if I say Jerusalem.
Jerusalem isn't even a country.
Yeah, I think I'd be stretching it there.
No, but I just thought that was fucking crazy. You can't write that shit. The Shekel Association.
Yeah.
And it's founded by Israelis. Like,
I have an extra topic.
We've known each other for a long time. I've come up with some pretty cooked shit that does not fly in mainstream like media culture.
Mm-hmm.
I could have never come up with saying, in Israel they have something called Shekel Association, just as a lie. But it actually exists.
That's
and
weird.
I'm pretty sure the Shekel Association is for it's for like disabled people or something. Like it seems like it has a good heart as a charity. But remember, Israel's involved, so there's an asterisk there, a very big, bold asterisk there. But I mean, helping disabled people, like mentally disabled people, that's what the Shekel Association is for, I guess. That is a good cause. I will not deny that. But remember.
Similar
talking about.
Similar to RFK in a court case, right? This past week, I remember this now. Linda McMahon was put on trial for trying to be put into the board for Trump's cabinet as the leader for the Department of Education.
Oh, yeah. We fucking talked about that. I kind of forgot about her.
Stephanie McMahon, wrestling personality, and her daughter, and Paul Levesque, better known as It's Time to Play the Game, Triple H, were both behind her, along with her son, who was also a wrestler, Shane McMahon. And,
nice name.
And right as Linda McMahon starts talking, this lady in the back goes, "This is what McMahon wants! Racism all over!" And she gets dragged out of the entire hearing, which was fucking awesome. Crazy shit to have happen. But it's also very suspicious, even though it makes sense for how Trump does stuff, because he's known Vince McMahon since the 90s.
Yeah, he's in the WWE. Trump.
But it's suspicious because Vince McMahon is still on trial for doing the stuff we talked about a year ago now on the pod. So it's kind of a strange time to have the other McMahons in a court of any kind.
Yeah.
So it's ooh, it's kind of ugly.
Yeah, didn't Vince McMahon pay a girl to be like, yeah, me and my buddy want to have diarrhea on you. Can we
Yeah,
do that?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was what we talked about a year ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad you
Okay,
could
it's
remember
all
this
coming back
this
to me.
story.
It's
Uh,
all coming back to me.
Rumors were and then confirmed that Brock Lesnar also partook in messing with this poor lady.
Damn. What did John Cena do?
John Cena did nothing.
All right, good.
We didn't see him.
Good. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. I'm on a
No
tear
one-
today.
no
I
one
don't
saw
know.
him.
I don't
No
know.
one saw him.
I'm going on a tear a little. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
dog.
I got a good thing
fucking-
going.
You are straight up killing it. This one, dude.
I'm
I
trying.
feel like you found your comedic flow,
I
and I'm so proud of you.
don't know. The flow, Jesus. Whole entire backdrop change. That was crazy.
Yeah, I was trying to tuck the bed. Oh no, an earthquake! Oh my God! Wow,
Don't
it's,
say that too loud. Then
It's
it'll
Jewish weather
happen.
machines, guys. It's Jewish weather machines, guys. I don't know what's happening. No, I was trying to tuck my sheet in to under my bed, just as like an autism stim thing or some bullshit like that. and it
Gotcha.
Move the computer, which is sad.
something else that came to my attention recently, and I might lose my train of thought here if you have something to bring up, is Fish Tank is returning.
Yeah, there's more Fish Tank now, which I'm fucking happy about.
Fish
Actually,
Tank
let's see,
3.5.
See what's going on in the tank right now, man.
Do they actually have people in? Because when you announced they were bringing stuff back up, there was nobody in yet.
Yeah, it was just Bert and Frank for a little while.
Ooh. The
And
Bert and Frank connection.
No one has been in the fish tank since like yesterday.
Ooh.
So I don't know what's going on. I hope that they start actually doing some stuff, but I think they're just probably trying to set stuff up.
Maybe they'll do Cell Part 2.
Should do bitch tank part 2, but more
Ooh.
bitches in the whole house,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can like be clicky and catty and like
Ooh.
break off. Like, oh, we're the popular girls, we're the alternative girls, we're the nerdy girls. And
Have
they can all,
16
like,
different girls. Have 16 different
Yeah.
girls, and then one girl is like strangely religious and obviously
have
a plant.
have every fish tank girl in that's ever been on the show and just like
Ooh.
let them get all clicky and bitchy and go
Ooh.
like and fucking hiss at each other and scratch each other and fucking go like like a fucking cat in heat or something.
Would you
like that.
put Nifty in? That lady?
Fuck yeah, I'd put Nifty. Of course I'd put Nifty in. What are you talking
I'm just
about?
double checking. I'm just
Of
double
course, dude.
checking. Would you
It
put
ain't
the schizo
fucking-
girl from season 2 in?
Yes. I want her to meet Nifty. You don't understand. I feel like Nifty would be able to ground Summer, right?
Mhm.
And then we'd get more insane Summer crash outs.
Ooh.
Because Summer had some good crash outs. She crashed the fuck out like every day.
I feel
watched that
like
shit live.
I feel
would
like
never-
Summer and Bert connection would go crazy too.
Yes. Yeah. Like imagine if she met Bert.
Bert would be like, "This woman
like-
is terrifying, but I don't have
Like-
the social consciousness."
I can't even think of the possibilities that could come out if it was like if Bert and Summer were in the same room together talking. I don't know what would happen. It would not be good.
I would like Bert and Jimmy for like 3 days at a time.
Jimmy would be dick riding Bert, not literally, but like,
I know.
but he would be dick riding the fuck out of Bert. The only reason believe it or not, the only reason I knew that there was more fish tank shit happening is because I saw Jimmy post on his fucking Instagram story, and he was like, "Hey yo, Bert's in the tank now. Everybody get on." And I was like, "What the fuck is Jimmy the woman abuser talking about?" And I opened up the site, and sure enough, I saw Bert talking to TTS in the penthouse. So
It'd be funny if they had a lore reason for him coming back to the house. Because they
I
left him
still
in
don't-
Vegas, according to the ending. Or
Yeah,
like
I
the
don't know.
desert road away from Vegas.
The lore is more made up when it comes to fish tanks, like storyline.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. He was on the show. I did see him live on the show, so I know he's there. And there's clips. Um, I don't know. I think they're gonna try and put together something kind of crazy. I hope they do.
A Bert mission. Like an intermission, but it's Bert. Ooh.
Yeah, something like that.
What if he
I hope Frank sticks around.
what if he gets paid like $1,000 a week to stay in the tank until season 4 starts?
That'd be pretty funny.
It would take until like I guess the next season would be like August.
June. It's gonna be in the summer. That's what I heard.
Hmm.
Or it's
Hmm.
it's 6 months after the last season is when season 4 is gonna happen. But it's MD, so they delay everything constantly. So I'm guessing June, July, or August. It's gonna be sometime in the summer, definitely.
I don't know if they could afford $1,000 a week for one guy to entertain a chat. I don't know.
They're making
It might
enough,
be a different number amount.
if they're making enough money per week with TTS, they can afford it. If not, then obviously they can't.
I would love Bert
no,
RP.
season 2, episode 7 is out now. That's what I'm gonna be watching after the show. I already pretty much know what's going on. I was given a rundown from a friend of ours, friend of the show, and yeah, so it's gonna be a good episode.
Hell
It
yeah.
is. A lot of shit that I watched live during season 2. I watched, just from what I know, I've watched all that shit live, so I'm excited to see it in like cinematic format.
Man. You know, I brought up Captain America 4 for like 2 seconds. And I just rambled about Harrison Ford. But that's literally the only reason I would watch the movie.
How about Crapton?
Crapton Spamica. Crapton Panstica.
Crapton Poor America.
Ooh.
And he's
okay.
He's like a poor crappy dude, and he wears like shitty dirty Jinko jeans, and he's like, oh man, you know, like I'll sell you my shield for like $35, but like you gotta promise not to like get rid of it ever. Like you gotta be buried with it.
What if when he was turned into a super soldier, right, and he got into that microwave that changed his body, instead, when he got microwaved, it raisined his body and it made him even skinnier and weaker, and he was essentially like a meth addict from how skinny he was.
Yeah, what if he was so skinny he had to like crawl around on all fours like a fucking like The Grudge?
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, he is like the most malnourished, terrifying looking creature you can make, and it's like raisin skin, and he's like whenever he walks around he goes and
they made Gollum.
And he goes, I'm not Captain America, I'm Captain, I'm gonna eat your astica. And then he runs around all of Germany and eats people's ass.
He sounds like a Nova Crawler from fucking Call of Duty Zombies.
I'm gonna suck your dick. And he just runs around the map.
He has green stink coming off of him.
That's the radiation from microwaving his body.
Yeah, dude, he has green radiation stench coming off of him.
What else? Oh, what if
somebody's like, oh my god, Captain America, you smell horrible. Like,
it's the radiation. Also, I shit my pants.
What if the Hulk, when he got, I think he got like nuked. He literally just like nuked himself with gamma, right?
Yeah.
What if when he nuked himself, he just turned into like a skeleton? And it was like a silver metallic skeleton that still had a brain intact. And all you hear is chink a chink a chink as he walks around. It's like Iron Man when he walks around, but it's just a metal skeleton. Chink a chink a chink chink.
So he becomes like a medical school, like, hey, here's skeleton, here's what a rib looks like, here's what the fucking femur is.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of crazy.
And he's like, I have no dick. My dick blew up. I have no dick. I'm just a skeleton.
Dude, if I had the power to turn into a skeleton, I would never do it because then I wouldn't have a penis. I couldn't jerk off. I wouldn't be able to jerk off, so it's like, why would I ever want the power to turn into a skeleton?
Common human nature. Give me dick so I can jerk. That's all I want.
If you can make me a skeleton and I still have a penis, then that's fine. Like, a dick and balls, I can do that, but just regular skeleton, that ain't it. Ain't gonna be it.
I like doing all these like what ifs because of that show that I watched on Disney Plus.
Yeah, in the business they call them hypotheticals. That's what in the comedy business. That's what they're known as. So we're basically comedians at this point. Like we're basically Louis C.K. We're funnier than him.
We're Bill Burrian enough in some cases.
Yeah, I mean, I have red hair. I mean, I'm basically Bill Burr.
I have the occasional mustache.
Who do you want to be? What comedian do you want to be?
I'm the occasional mustache, I think. If you can think of anybody with a mustache, could go off of that.
Think who's that guy? Bill Engvall. He has a mustache. Your mustache kind of looks like Bill Engvall's mustache. Now that I'm like thinking about it.
Are you saying we're twins?
Yeah, but you have to say like, if you think we're twins, you might be a redneck. Everything you say, you have to like say it as a you might be a redneck joke.
If you think we're twins, you might be a redneck.
Yeah. Like if you think the Hulk should turn into a metallic skeleton, you might be a redneck. And you have a crowd following you at all times, so they're always like, yeah, you fucking killed it. Yeah.
Like I can do a bunch of accents and shit too, so I try, especially when it's just stereotypical telemarketers. Apparently, I can create a new accent on the fly.
Yeah. I'm pretty good like that. I'm good with accents, just not the Philly accent. I can't do that yet.
Well, I can do like generic cool guy voice.
Yeah.
Where it'd be like, last time I shot myself, I was in the parlor. I can do cool guy voice. I think I can reach low enough for a cool guy voice.
Yeah. Yeah. I started like seriously listening to a band recently, and it's late enough in the show. I'm pretty sure I can say that.
Well, you can say boop for the second part if I remember what the band is.
It's not the N-word. The N-word isn't in the band.
Well, the other boop.
Australians say it all the time. It's fine.
The Australian boop. I'll put it that way.
The band is called Anal Cunt, and the lead singer is this guy Seth Putnam, singer, and they're a grindcore band, and I've always, for a long time, I've known about these guys, and I just show them to people as a joke. But I've recently been legitimately getting into their music because I think it's like actually some pretty hard-hitting raw metal. And they have some pretty funny song titles. I mean, they have That's part of the reason I show them to people is because I think their song titles are funny. But they have a song title that's like I thought Hitler was cool until I found out he didn't drink. Um, I'm going to give you AIDS is another one. What's another one? Oh yeah, the internet is gay.
Mhm.
That's a good song title. They have one that's just called I'm Hitler, and I've never listened to it, but I just know that it exists, and I'm not sure what the lyrical content is.
Maybe he just says I'm Hitler 8,000 times.
You know, you see, you're not far off. That is an accurate assumption of what that song could actually be. I don't know. I'm trying to think of more of their song titles. Oh yeah, yeah. One of my favorite one they have is called "I Sent Concentration Camp Footage to America's Funniest Home Videos." That is a real song that they wrote lyrics for, wrote music for, and recorded, and put to a fucking album that they were like part of a label. A label willingly put these guys on. And I don't know, man. Just that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. That's the funniest fucking shit I've ever read in my whole life.
Yeah.
The lead singer though, this guy Seth, he died of a like heroin overdose. He did heroin. He just did it because he thought it was fun to do, and he ended up dying in 2011. But he's probably the edgiest person that there's ever been, and not even in a cringy way, but in like the realest way possible. Like the guy literally, he went to, so there's this band 6 Feet Under. The lead singer was in Cannibal Corpse. He left Cannibal Corpse on not so great terms, and a lot of people didn't like him, including Seth Putnam of Anal Cunt. And so him and his buddy went to a Chris Barnes show, or went to a 6 Feet Under show, and just basically just talk mad shit on this Chris Barnes guy for like the entire show. They were heckling this guy, and finally Chris Barnes confronted him after they were done. He was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna fight you," and Seth Putnam's like, "All right, let's go outside," and he turned around and he got jumped by like a bunch of Chris Barnes's guys. And I guess this isn't a major part of the story, but it's still kind of funny. But I guess some kid saw what happened and recognized Seth Putnam and was like, "Yeah, Chris Barnes is fucking gay," and he's like, "There's his bus over there. Go ask him if he still wants to fight me." After having already been jumped by like 5 dudes and getting like the shit beaten out of him, he's like, "Yeah, go ask him if he still wants to fight me." And Chris Barnes said no. And that's how the song "Chris Barnes is a Faggot" got written. He just wrote a diss track about the guy.
That sounds like what happened to, I think it's David Hart Smith of the Hart family in wrestling. He was a carny, which is a term for people who do a bunch of stupid shit to try to get popular.
Yeah.
And David Hart Smith would literally flip himself around the ring like hundreds of times throughout one match just to try to get a pop. And pop is like a crowd reaction. And it never went. So one time, after 20 minutes of literally just flipping his shit around, he went backstage and 5 of the guys in the locker room beat the shit out of him. Just nonsensical. Just straight like haymaker kind of punches all over this guy's body.
They jumped him.
Yeah. And then they were like, "That's what you get, spot monkey." And they fucking walked off from him. It was crazy.
Wow. That is pretty insane. It's got to be rough to watch a beatdown of like just a bunch of like jack dudes at the peak of their athleticism, like beating up one guy who's like in the same boat.
It's
Like,
probably
that's gotta
like a
be rough
UFC
watch, man.
fight, but it's like a 1v5.
Yeah, that's almost like a prison fight right there.
It kind of reminds me of, I'm bouncing a little, but it's okay because we're almost done for this week. This probably will be the last thing for this week. But there is a thing called tag team boxing. And Ice Poseidon was a part of one of these events. Now, sometimes it's a 2v2, other times a 2v3, other times a 3v3. Ice Poseidon had the 2v2. And he got his shit kicked in almost the entire time. It was beautiful.
God damn.
It was very fun. Very
That is
fun
pretty
time.
funny.
But yeah,
That guy has not lost a single boxing match, or has not won a single boxing match he's been in.
yeah, he's kind of
He's been
like
in two.
iDubbbz.
He's like 0-2 right
Yeah,
now.
he's-
It's real sad for Ice Poseidon.
That's kind of that's kind of funny. But yeah, that's the end of this week's Northwest Trenches. According to my calculations, 57. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys. Peace out, me G.